There we go. Zoom lady has said recording is in progress. So, welcome this morning or evening, afternoon, wherever it is for yourself there, Jeff. Um,
5 p.m. California.
5 p.m. There we go. So, good evening, Jeff. Here with one of the progenitors of death metal. When you think of death metal, you can forget the rest. You can go with Possessed. Jeff.
Brady,
Uh,
man, what's up? How you doing? How's
yeah.
everything down there?
How are you going, mate? How are things going over there at the moment?
We're still if you're down under, so I guess up over's hot as it's hot as balls up here. Like in California, it's really hot. I
Oh,
I actually just woke up. I was up
yeah.
like making
Wow.
music, and so I'm on death metal time. So
Yeah,
it's
fair
good.
enough. Yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
always 5 o'clock somewhere, they say.
that's true. That's true. I mean, I don't drink, but my party is my bass. My bass is right here. So.
Hell yeah.
Been playing too
Awesome.
much music lately. My fingers are blisters. I got blisters on my fingers.
Nice. Been giving them a bit of a workout.
Fuck, man, I'm a fucking maniac. When I pick up the bass, man, I just won't stop for like 16, sometimes 20 hours. I gotta just fucking fuck it. I get
Wow.
into it. I get in a, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to stop, but fuck, I'm bleeding all over my shit. So I gotta.
Amazing. So how have things been going in the possessed camp lately? So apparently you've been doing a fair bit of practice if you've got those blisters on your fingers.
Well, I mean, I don't play in studio or live,
Hmm.
but I'm not gonna give up. I'm a bass player.
Yeah.
I just happen to not be able to play. Well, I can play bass and sing, I'm sure, but to me, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, to people with disabilities who play and sing, I mean, good shout out. That's just phenomenal. For me, I mean, I think the show would suffer if I had to wear
Hmm.
like a Madonna mic, like, and just not, even that, like, it's just tough. I can't. It's harder to sit straight up and sing. Just it would. I would just be a dot the whole time, like just trying to. As much as I hate to give up my bass, like
Hmm.
I love singing too, and it's fun to focus on the craft of that, and
Yeah.
it's it's tough to be a death metal singer, So
Hmm. Well, you've been a death metal singer for quite some time, Jeff. It's been we're looking at the 40th anniversary tour of Seven Churches. Can you believe it's been that long?
fuck, man, that makes me what, like 46? No, I'm just kidding. I'm 57, man. Like, I've been playing since in a band since '79, and it just, yeah, it just, it's so fun. It's a part of your life, and it always feels like, like, you're like, fuck being an adult. I'm an artist, even though it is truly a trade and a craft and a
Mm.
business, and it doesn't feel like work, even though it's probably like 10 times the work as a regular job.
Yeah. Yeah. Does it feel like because you guys had a hiatus from what was it, 93 to 2007?
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
and I mean, we're talking about nearly 20 years now. Do you feel like you're quite back in the groove of things with everything in terms of musicianship as a career?
Well, I mean, I've been touring actively since 2007.
Mm.
So, I mean, 2000, yeah, yeah, 2007. So I've been, this round of possess is like what, four times, wait, what, probably four, close, well, whatever the math is, it's many times the life, the shelf life of the original possess. And
Mm.
again, it's a tough business. Like, you don't see original bands together because, it's tough. People are like, fuck it, I'm out. I want to live a normal life.
Yeah.
But I don't have an out. I don't want an out. And I never had it. This is all I got left in my life, and that's all I've ever had in my life, and that's my logic on it. Like, people, whenever I was in 15 or 11, I wrote "Burning in Hell" in 11, at 11 years old. But people were like, "Jeff, you gotta like go to junior college or something. You have to have a backup." And I was doing concrete with my dad, and
Mm.
and all that, but and oh, I'm drifting, but yeah, it's
Drifting's
your life,
fine.
and yeah, and I love it. It seems like time just flies by. Life is like a roll of toilet paper. Closer you get to the end, the faster it goes, and
Yeah.
and it always feels like, it's a blessing. Like every show is a blessing, and it
Mm.
means the world to me. And I just want to keep playing as long as possible. Yeah, it just seems. Oh, the hiatus though was not really a hiatus. I got shot twice, and I took
Mm.
5 years. I got my shit together. Went to college, got married, had kids, and I worked at the hospital. And retired from the hospital early, and got the band back together. And so it's good to be back, even though, it's been a while, good to be,
There's so much that's happened in the intervening time, Jeff. Like you've had an interesting life, that's for sure.
yeah, it's just, yeah, you got to roll with the punches, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And how are things feeling at the moment with bringing the band together and it being 40 years? How are the rest of the band feeling about the upcoming Australian tour? Because this is going to be your first ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken a month to 10. It was like shit. I've been trying to get out here for 10, no, no. I mean, since we got possessed together, immediately I was trying to get out to Australia because, I want to go, I haven't been to Australia before, and I want to go there. Back then, it was a burgeoning, a smaller scene. It's still a smaller scene,
Mm,
but the scene is supposed to be really great out there, and I
mm.
want to check it out. I want to see how the Australian metalheads rock, and
Yep.
I want to put a good show for you guys.
Oh, hell yeah. Look, I think you're gonna have, I think with an Australian tour, you're gonna have, obviously you guys have cross-generational appeal, obviously being one of the bands or the band that started death metal. And, you guys literally basically coined the term death metal. So I would
Well,
dare say you
well,
guys have,
can I interject? It was I know everybody says we coined the term, and that's true, but
mm,
people tend to hurl all kinds of shit at me because they don't want me to have that. But the truth is, for over a year, we were the only death metal band on the planet, and nobody
mm,
was claiming that because nobody, quite frankly, nobody fucking wanted it. It was we had a band meeting. We said, "Yo, Venom's got black metal. Metallica Exodus, our Exodus Metallica." In the Bay Area, it was always Exodus Metallica, but they were. I know I digress. We love them both, but Exodus ruled our scene. Yeah,
mm,
and
mm.
Metallica was we would fucking worship those guys. And Kirk lived right around the corner from me, so I could just ride my skateboard to his house,
Hell yeah.
and uh, and we were always at each other's house. We had these huge parties, the possessed Metallica parties. That we go to their house, have a party, and it was just so fun. But I forgot what I was saying. So I'm so excited. But yeah, so when we first came up, you got to remember there was nobody like, "Rah," that Cookie Monster vocal, so we could clear a room. Like people, fuck, we're like, that's dog shit, man. They don't like it, and but a lot of people. I mean, most people like there was always people that would stay. There was people that would leave,
Yeah.
and it was just imagine taking like no death metal and just throwing it into the cosmos, and it was a new thing. It was harsh. The hardcores really loved it, and it took a
Yeah.
while to get that footing, And when it started getting popular, then everybody, started. How do I word this? It became more popular, and then it became, something that people wanted. And
Mm,
no, how do I? It became a genre. I
mm,
mean, at first, my logic was, we'll call ourselves Possessed Death Metal, and we'll be the only death metal band. And people would say, Possessed, that's that death metal band. It's very naive. I'm a teenager. And it
mm.
wasn't until Chuck was writing, he moved down to the Possessed fan club house, Crystal's house. So he was right there with us when he was writing Scream Bloody Gore. And he was always really keen on, he loved me, and I loved him. And he would go, check this out, right? And before that, I thought he was just like this monster riff lord that just sat on a couch. And then he showed me what he's doing, and he said, "Listen, Jeff, I sound just like you." He's like, "Is that okay?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, it's okay." And it hit me like, we're not going to be the only death metal band.
Mm,
And and it was a fucking like a revelation. Like just as it more and more death metal came out, it's like, fuck, this shit's like a subgenre. Like,
mm,
and then it became like what I think is a the best genre in music because people saw the worth in it, and it just I would rather possess have never existed than death metal to cease being a genre because I think it is the best fucking genre in music today. And I know that's a bold statement, but like everything under the sun has not been done, and you can see that in death metal. You know,
Mm.
to the open eyes and ears, you can see new shit being done daily. Like you don't really see that like with any other genre, you know. And you have the whole California vibe, which is Hail Satan. You have the
Yeah.
Bible Belt vibe, Bible Belt vibe, which is zombies and guts. You know, you have the Asians out in New York, suffocation, incantation, immolation, whole different fucking thing. You have the European twists, and so on and so on. And they're all completely different fucking vibes. You know what I mean? And
Does it
so
feel like
death metal is so many different things, man.
How does it feel, I guess, too, on that note too, Jeff, that you do you ever have moments where you're on stage performing and you're watching people with a whole bunch of band shirts of death metal bands, and how does it sort of feel for you guys? Does it feel kind of like surreal being on stage, seeing people
It
with
feels
merch of
good.
various bands and thinking that we actually helped influence all those bands?
No, I don't think that way. Fuck,
Yeah.
I'd be a fucking huge dick to think that way. But I, I,
Yeah.
I think I fucking love this band, or this band's mid, or this band's good, or like I judge by the quality of the music. Also,
Mm.
mostly, no, yeah, I don't even think that though. Like I'm a punk guy, so like
Yeah.
you can't be shitty enough for me, or you
Mm.
can't be, like, or you can't be good enough. And shitty is probably a bad term, but I like rough music. I like raw music, and I like refined music. I like all kinds of music. Anyway, I digress. I'm kind of all over here today. I have my coffee, but no, I don't think that way. I think I admire the musicians around me. I know what it takes. Any death metal artist knows what it takes to be here, and it's rough. And I
Mm.
just say these guys are fucking awesome, you know.
Mm.
But my favorite bands are the guys that are really cool guys,
Yeah.
that just makes me really like a lot of the bands we tour with. You become like a family and friends for life, and it's just I mean, death metal is my world, and I love my world. I wouldn't change it for anything. And I love all the guys. I love all the bands, and it's just great, man. It's like a family, and it's weird with Possess. It's like the more we try to make it, the more the people fucking hate us. We'll have 50 people, 50% that loves us,
Yep.
50% that hates us. You either love or hate Possessed, and they'll keep hurling insults and talking their shit, and it just makes me be like, fuck, throwing the horns up, fuck them, death metal forever.
So do you feel like in terms of 40, so with the band being 40 plus years in, there's still like you're still getting sort of like a mixed response and you're just focused on the music at this point, really?
Yeah, well, of course, you don't like it when people lie about you, or you get dirty to hit below the belt. But fuck, it's better them than me. Like I don't give a shit like what people lie about. When I hear a lie, it's irrelevant. Like people can lie and talk their shit, but there's nothing they can do.
Mm,
Okay, and I like that feeling of a kind of rebellion, and that it being. I don't. If everybody loved me, I wouldn't be doing my job.
mm.
Some commercial sellout. So
If
I
everybody
love it.
loved you, death metal may not even exist. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. That model is very much a rebellion. It's a very
Yeah.
much a place to say whatever the fuck you want, how the fuck you want to say it, and whenever the fuck you want to say it, and fuck everybody. Like fuck everybody who doesn't like accept what I'm doing and want to break me down.
Mm.
I don't care. I'm not here to be famous. I'm not here to be rich. I'm here to play for the people who want to hear me, and that's my thing.
Awesome, man. And
If
in terms of playing at the moment, so how has it been with yourself and the band preparing for the tour? Have you guys found playing recently? Like, are you guys, what's the setup look like? Do you guys get together regularly for rehearsals
No, we don't actually.
Hmm,
We the way I set it up is because Dan's in Miami. I'm in California. Clyde's
Mm.
is about an hour from me here. We're both in California. Uh, Chris is in LA, but Bobby's in Texas. And so what we usually do is before a tour, you know, you practice with the album or whatever, whatever recording you prefer. And then we meet for a quick rehearsal or three, and then we go on tour. But because the time is so packed for Australia, uh, we're just gonna go straight there and
Yeah.
no practice and do it. But these these guys are pros, so I hold on a second. These guys are pros, so you can we play so much that I don't know. We just go play. We're just
Mm.
gonna go play, and that's how we've always done it. Though it's not like something scary. Like these guys, we know the songs, so we're just gonna go do it. We just did a tour in Latin America, and so we're coming off the rest, and we're gonna do it again. And this is gonna be a brutal tour. And of course, I threw my voice out when I was rehearsing. So I'm just trying to get my voice. Oh, it'll come back though. It always does. And
Mm.
and so we'll go back to back. We'll Australia, and then we'll go Europe. And it's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be rough, and it's
A
gonna be
long
fun.
slog.
Yeah, I mean, but this is what we do. This is our life. I can't wait to do it. It's a little unfortunate right now. I probably shouldn't say this. My mom is in the hospital, so we're back
Mm.
and forth to the hospital. And it's a tough time, and but right now I only have like 16 days left to go over my set. And so what I'll do is like today after we're done, I'll just keep going over my lyrics. I'll keep playing with the albums and singing. I'll rest my voice, but I'll sing in my head. And then when we get there, that's the practice. Is you do it solo, and then you do it live.
Yeah.
But
Get
but
yourself
there
as
are times
mm.
when we'll sit together and practice. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But this is right now we're just off the tour. And we're going to do it. Maybe I'm over speaking this. I tend to ramble, but yeah, it's a mix. You roll with the punches. You do what you need to do, and you get the job done.
Absolutely. And in terms of touring Australia, um, obviously, other than coming here for the first time and bringing Possess down, what sort of things are you most, I guess, either curious about or excited for with touring Australia?
I've never been to Australia. I've been trying to fucking get to Australia
Mm.
since I got the band back together in 2000, late 2006. And for some reason, it always keeps falling through. I
Mm.
think I got sick a couple times. I was hospitalized. I don't know. There's a whole like there's been 10 fall throughs. So this is like a good victory. It's on my bucket list. I've never been down under. I hear the scene's great out there, and I want to just go play there and see how it works. I'm mostly there for the people because I'm kind of an existentialist. And when you get to travel, you get to like kind of get in that culture and see how
Mm.
things work. And I think that you take that home with you, and it makes you a greater man. I mean, mentally, the people are everything. I could be in any fucking country anywhere, and all I see is the dark inner room of, the travel, and then the dingy room of the concert, and then that's it. So I don't really see anything but the people, and that's what I like anyway. So I like vibe around with the people, gleaning what I can for the music scene out there, and then incorporating it into who I am.
Awesome, man. Well, look, I think you're going to get swarmed. You're going to get swarmed on and off stage. We're going to, I think it's going to be mutual love. And if
Good.
you're enjoying the people, I think the people are going to give you one hell of a show as well because it's been a long time coming and
Yeah,
people are very excited about it. So we look forward to having you guys on the upcoming tour. And thanks again for your time, Jeff. It's really been a privilege to chat with you today. And
very useful. Cool.
can't wait to see you guys rocking out on stage and bringing that classic material down here.
Okay, thank you, Brady. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and I hope to see you out there, man.
Awesome. Cheers. You take it easy, man. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you, Brady. Said you
Cheers.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rock
yeah,
on, dude.
thank you.
All right. Thank you very much to Jeff for the opportunity for the chat on Friday. It is now Monday, which in a strength check is Music Monday, where we feature some upcoming releases, discuss new releases, as well as specialized content, essays, articles, that sort of thing. There's plenty happening on our socials, so you can check us out at Inner Strength Check. Not hard to find. So look, before I wrap up the episode proper, rather than just kind of cutting it off in silence and you wondering where the hell the episode went, I thought I'd just do a bit of a promo on behalf of one of the world's most iconic Godfather death metal bands, basically progenitors of the genre. Thank you very much, Jeff and Co. So, tickets and info for the upcoming tour are available from hardlinemedia.net. We'll have the links and information for all this in the show notes, which will be posted with the episode proper. Possessed will be touring Wednesday 29th of October in Brisbane at the Triffid, Thursday 30th of October Sydney at the Manning Bar, Friday 31st of October Melbourne at the Croxton. I'll see you there if you go onto that one. Halloween and everything. Saturday 1st November Canberra at the Baso. There are limited VIP meet and greets. I'm not entirely sure at this moment if they've sold out, but that includes early access to the show and merch stand, getting a photo with Possessed, Australian tour poster to get signed, exclusive VIP and laminate. You can bring along personal items to get signed, as well as obviously entry to the show. So check that out, and while you're listening, be sure to have a look at our website, because we not only have a bunch of music-heavy alternative music-related stuff, we also cover everything in the realm of riffs, hobbies, gaming, and mental health. So from me to you, I just want to give a thank you for listening, and stock standard podcaster call to action, bloody blah. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.